About West Meck before the game, and we said that they've been a team that plays a very basic type of offense. They don't make many mistakes, and turnovers is something that don't happen a great deal to them. That time one did, deep in their own territory. The Harding Rams could not move the football, but they're able to get the field goal, as you see the replay by Darren Hart.
And he knew it immediately.
And so just like that, we have a score in the game, and it's 3-0 Harding. So now West Meck will go back on offense and try to get something going. Hart will kick off. Good kick from about the 5. Well, he tried to pitch back, and it was fumbled by Presley Herring. And Harding does not have it. West Meck came up with it. It looked like the Rams had jumped on a fumble. What happened that time, the man returning the ball tried to jump it back, and Presley Herring did not see the ball. He lost it. Looked like Harding had jumped on it. Watch it again. Hands it off. It's fumbled. And there for a minute, it looked like Harding had it.
I'll tell you what happened. They blew the ball dead the first time.
That's what happened.
Yeah. The second fumble you saw when it was rolling away from here, and the ball had already been blown dead.
And so, West Mecklenburg almost a costly mistake there. They're deep in their own territory. First down. On first down, they run the football. Not much doing.
How many yards did they have rushing in the first half? Well,
27 yards in the first half. No, I'm sorry, 37 yards, I think. And so they weren't very effective in the first half. And haven't been that effective so far in the second half.
Yeah, they're getting no blocking whatsoever. The quarterback and running backs are really, they're just being bottled up. They're getting hit before they get to the line of scrimmage, and right now it's easy to see the defensive line of Harding much tougher than West Meck's offensive line. Really, it's not been any contest throughout the ball game.
And that has been the case with every team that the Harding Rams have faced so far this year. They have overpowered their opponents at the line of scrimmage. We saw that against West Charlotte earlier this year. West Charlotte has a pretty good running game, but against Harding, they could do nothing. Quarterback has to keep himself. He fumbled the football. And the Rams are around it. We'll have to wait while they untangle it. Let's see.
Did they blow this one dead also?
Well, let's see. No, the Harding Rams have it. So the Rams come up with another fumble. And I don't know what discussion went on in the locker room at halftime. But obviously, Tom Knotts got on this team and said, come on, guys, we've got to put the pressure on this West Meck team, make them pop the football up.
We got a face mask on the red team. Before the fumble come loose.
Uh-oh, they're going to get the ball now.
Well,
fumble before the penalty before the fumble, which takes away the fumble, which means West Meck will retain possession of the football. And boy, is that just a big play for the Indians.
And it's the second time, as you see the play again, the quarterback
grabbed him.
Yeah. And then the ball popped loose late.
That's a good call. As you can see it there on the replay. He didn't grab and hold too long, but he got that hand on the face mask very quickly. But once you get it up there, it's a penalty.
So West Meck, for the second time tonight, has a drive sustained by a penalty.
And that's our break. Let's score now.
So now West Meck with some new life there. Has the ball out to about the 33-yard line.
Sounds like Shea Stadium here tonight with the planes flying overhead.
A familiar sight, familiar sound here on the west side of town, as West Mecklenburg, Harding, and Olympic all have similar problems. Stacy McCoy hands off up the middle. A short gain, looked like they got it to about the 35. Roosevelt Brooks, the fullback, 34, carrying the football. And it will be second down. They need about 6 for the first. 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A 3-0 score. The Harding Rams up by only a field goal. after a deadlocked first half. McCoy gives up the middle again. Good hard running. All the way out to the 45, a first down. And number 22 with a good carry that time. I haven't seen him much tonight. That's Fred Snow.
See the play right here. For the first time since I can remember, a West Meck ball carrier wasn't hit at the line of scrimmage. He wasn't touched until about 3 to 4 yards on the other sideline of scrimmage, and by that time he had enough head of steam and momentum he could break a couple tackles. Here's an option play. First one we've seen in a long time. It's going to work. Yep.
Well, the pitch out was to Richie Smith.
Got a flag thrown. Someone went for the head over there. The typical clothesline type of tackle, and that might be what the penalty's all about. It must have got him the face mask.
Looked like it.
Yeah, face mask is called.
They went with a late option play. Pitched it out at the last minute to number 40, Richard Smith. Didn't get a chance to see him play in the first game we did a few weeks back at Garinger.
That's a big one too, Jeff. That's 15 yards.
A very big play, and now penalties start working for the Indians.
West Meck has 6 first downs tonight. 3 of the 6 first downs by a Harding defensive penalty.
And there the ball is now inside the Harding 40 at the 37. Not far away from possible field goal range for Doug Miller. Quarterback keeps himself and gets it to about the 35. A gain of about 3 yards, it looked like, just inside the 35. I was in error a while ago on the carry of West Meck. I said number 22, Fred Snow, had the football, but actually it was 32, James Mickle.
Okay, speaking of Mickle, he's coming out of the game and bringing another running back. I like the option call they had the series previously. That's going to open up the middle a little bit. They're running everything. I mean, everything up the middle now. If they can run something around the end, it's going to loosen up the inside of that defense.
And the option play freezes the defense. It does not allow them to key on anything. They have to wait and see what the other team's going to do. They're going to roll this side this time, but McCoy is smothered. And number 32 was there defensively for the Harding Rams.
Roderick Cole.
Yeah, Roderick Cole.
Well, there was what you call a naked bootleg. He had no one out in front of him. Everyone else was going to the right. He was going to keep the ball and go to the left, and just couldn't get away from all the Harding defenders. They weren't fooled whatsoever, and I would say that's good scouting on the part of the assistant coaches, noticing a play like that and saying, hey, you got to stay at home when McCoy's in a ball game, a quarterback.
Well, McCoy's going to roll to the right side. He has some time, gets the pass away, and it's caught inside the 40 to about the 36, back close to the original line of scrimmage.
But that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. I'm sure they'll have to kick it away.
With the ball marked at the 36, a likely punting situation. Beatty is out there. Watch it again.
You see the Harding Rams defense, the defensive back, but they were giving him the short pass. You see the defensive player was behind the receiver. He was going to give him the 5 or 6 yard pattern because he needed 15 for a first down.
Well, Beatty's punt goes straight up, and it takes a bad bounce.
Yeah, that punt's about
10 yards.
10, about 9-yard punt.
And so, Harding field position to work with. And you see the score, 3-0. Harding out on top, 5:17 showing on the clock. That's what remains here in the third quarter of play. So far, it's been a defensive match. The only score in the game set up by a West Meck fumble deep in their own territory, and a field goal ensuing by the Rams. Rams pressure coming against them. The screen pass is complete. Out to about the 25-yard line, it was Jonathan Byers with the screen.
Gerald Hudson, number 24, made the tackle. We've called his name quite a number of times here tonight. He's had a good defensive game. Another one-on-one tackle. That's tough to do.
And Hudson has done it well tonight.
And what he's doing is going down low to Byers. Byers is too strong upstairs for Hudson, so what he's doing, he's dropping down and hitting him around the knees.
Which is the case with any running back. The good running backs, no running back can get anywhere if his legs aren't free to do so. And they've just been playing the right kind of defense. Hudson doing what he should be trying to do. Well, that time, Loing tries to pass, and it is incomplete. So it brings up 3rd and 12. Another man we talked about a lot tonight for West Meck has been 73, Eugene Roberts, who has had a couple of sacks, has put a lot of pressure on Ed Loing, also has helped to contain the running game of Harding. So he has played an outstanding game.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a draw play right here, Jeff. We haven't seen one from Harding tonight, and West Meck's had a lot of defensive pressure.
I look for a pass to Hart. They're looking deep. Hart makes the catch, but was he in bounds?
Nope, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So,
tell you what, though, that was a great catch just to hold on the ball.
It was a high pass.
Wow.
Watch it again. Quarterback just rolls out, throws down the field, watches catch,
Look at
stretches
that
up. Excellent catch, but unfortunately out of bounds, and so they'll have to punt the ball away. And Hart will do the punting chores at about his 12.
He does everything, doesn't he?
He has tonight. Well, that one's going to go. They called a fair catch, but then he didn't catch it.
That really could have been costly. That ball could have hit the ground and rolled a good 15, 20 more yards behind him, but they only lost 8 yards from him not coming up and catching it. Maybe he lost in the light, so why take a chance? Why not, you know, he could have taken a chance, maybe try to catch a ball and lost in the lights and would have been a fumble. So he decided, well, I'm not going to take a chance, going to move out of the way of the ball, and luckily for him, it only rolled about 5 or 6 yards behind him.
So West Mecklenburg, 1st down and 10. And looks like the quarterback is number 12 now. So back in the game is Maceo Bolin. Wants to pass, does so on 1st down, and overthrew his intended receiver, Presley Heron. There was good coverage back there by Dwayne Hill, number 33.
I like the play call, though. That will give the Harding Rams something to think about throughout the second half. Going deep on the 1st down and 10. First time they've done that tonight.
And the pass was in the general area. If Bowman was taken out, replaced at the end of the 1st half, he wants to come back in now. He's got something to prove. Didn't have much luck in the 1st half against a tough Harding defense.
Well, he had time to throw there because it was a 1st down play. Here he does it because it's 2nd and 10.
And we've got some extracurricular activities down there. The Harding Ram defense fired up after getting the sack.
See Big Dale Bray there, all 6'3", 285 pounds of him.
And Maceo Bolin has probably been introduced to every member of the Harding front line tonight. There has been continuous pressure put on him. And we didn't see much different when McCoy was in the ball game at quarterback. Rams coming with the defense, and they were still effective. The give is to Brooks. Brooks takes it up the middle. It's 3rd down. They needed about 12. He maybe got 1 or 2. 4th down and punt, which has been the story for West Meck on the game so far.
Tell you what, though, you talk about defense. West Meck doesn't have very many 1st downs. They only have 6. That's double the total of the Harding Rams. They have only 3 1st downs in the entire football game. This coming from a team who scored 57 points last Friday night.
The punt is away. Hart is back to receive. Fields it at the 35, the 40. Gets taken down at about the 44. So good field position for the Harding Rams. Maybe their best starting field position of the night, with the exception of the field position granted them by the turnover of West Meck early in the 2nd half.
Position of the ball might be changed somewhat because right now there's a flag thrown on the field just about at the time of when the ball carrier was knocked down. It's going to be a clip against Harding, so it's going to back them up 15 yards.
And so much for good field position.
Yep. Throw that away. Put that in the kick bag.
You look at the scores that these two teams have allowed defensively. Harding has had 3 games this season in which they have shut out their opponents against Independence, Myers Park, and North Meck. They've given up touchdowns only 4 times, against Olympic, once against West Charlotte, once against Garringer, once against Press.
On red on the run back, 1st down.
There you see the penalty against Harding. And so the Rams have not allowed a team to score in double figures. For West Mecklenburg, a team has scored double figures only against them in 3 games. The most they've allowed was 18 in a win against Press. So they've been very respectable also. They come to the near side with Sean Moore. Sean Moore on his feet still as he gets out to the 35 to 37 yard line. And it's a gain of about